welcome to Visera Link webinar number 1, Understanding Link. Now listen, this webinar is very, very important because before we even get to how to read the reports or how to send a scan or any of those other things, it's very important and very crucial that all of us understand what Visera Link is and what it is not. This webinar is going to help you gain confidence as far as explaining what it is and understanding how it works. So be sure to watch the entire webinar. Visera Link does not identify, diagnose, or treat any disease or medical condition. In this webinar, we're going to talk about what is Visera Link, overview of transdermal optical imaging, that's the technology that Link uses, how to explain what a Link scan is, and a checklist of things to go over with your clients before scanning them. So first things first, what is Visera Link? Visera Link is next generation scanning technology. The Visera Link app combines cutting edge biometric analysis with Visera's proprietary scanning process. And this combination gives you a fast and powerful scan that delivers deep insights into wellness indicators, including vital measurements, biomarkers, and personalized product recommendations. And one of the things that people love about Visera Link is increased reach. Since the Link scan uses a person's compatible smartphone or iPad to run the scan, additional hardware is not needed. And this means you can scan anyone on the planet. Just make sure they have a compatible smartphone or iPad and you're good to go. And you're no longer limited to working only with people that live close to you. So transdermal optical imaging, we're going to talk about the technology behind Visera Link. So first, let me clarify. Visera is the company name. Link is the name of the app. So Visera Link is a name. The technology Visera Link uses is called transdermal optical imaging. So let's go into what that is. Transdermal optical imaging is advanced technology that detects and measures blood flow patterns of the face using a camera. Blood flow changes in different facial areas helps reveal useful information about the person's health and emotional state. And the data is analyzed and used to provide a wealth of information about your health and wellness. And one of the cool things about transdermal optical imaging is that although it's on the newer side of things, you're going to love that if you do an online search for transdermal optical imaging, you're going to find that the different studies and the different articles written by different scientific, medical, and technology websites all come to the same conclusion that it's very accurate. So that gives you confidence that when you're using the Visera Link app, you're not using a gimmick. You're using good, legitimate, powerful technology called transdermal optical imaging. And I bring this up to give you that confidence that when you approach somebody, yes, since it's on the newer side, you may have some people say something along the lines of, what? How is it that you can get this kind of information through a phone camera? How is that even possible? Well, you don't have to worry about those questions because, again, a quick online search on transdermal optical imaging is just going to back you up that this is good, legitimate, powerful technology. It's just on the newer side of things. So that's why some people haven't heard of it, and that's okay. But this is what you're using when you scan people with Visera Link, transdermal optical imaging. For example, one of the studies said this. The present study revealed strong positive correlations between measurements of heart rate and stress as obtained from the novel transdermal optical imaging technology and from FDA-approved BioPack physiological measurement system, specifically the ECG 100C. We found that by applying the TOI methodology, we can use a conventional digital camera on the face to accurately determine cardiovascular changes and psychological stress conveniently, contactlessly, and remotely. And then here's a different study. This one has to do with emotions. This study demonstrates that transdermal optical imaging is a viable contactless method that reveals invisible signatures of different emotions that are physiologically based in the autonomic nervous system. It does so reliably in different people, even when their expressions are neutral. So when you talk to somebody about scanning them, remember that Visera Link is just a name. The technology you want to present to them is transdermal optical imaging. That is the technology that Link uses. So you can let someone know that you have technology called transdermal optical imaging. Here's what it is. Here's what it does. And then go from there. And along with transdermal optical imaging, which is the key, It also uses other things. Visera Link also incorporates cutting-edge signal processing. Signal processing involves converting or transforming data in a way that allows us to see things in it that are not possible via direct observation. And machine learning. Machine learning focuses on developing algorithms and analyze data, identify patterns, and make predictions or classifications based on those patterns. So if somebody just asks you, okay, just tell me in a nutshell, what's going on during the scan, I'll break it up into 3 steps right here. So first, it captures and analyzes blood flow patterns. And let me elaborate. Using transdermal optical imaging, Link scans your face through a standard smartphone or device camera. This cutting-edge technology detects subtle blood flow variations and microvascular patterns beneath the skin, providing real-time biometric insights. And step number 2, it measures key wellness indicators. And let me elaborate. Link extracts vital wellness metrics from the TOI scan, including heart rate and heart rate variability, breathing rate, mental stress index, skin age, and these measurements are comparable to traditional cardiovascular and stress assessment methods. Research has shown that TOI-derived heart rate readings match ECG accuracy within plus minus 1 beats per minute, demonstrating its reliability. And third, it generates actionable wellness insights. And I'll elaborate. Visera Link's proprietary algorithm processes real-time physiological data to determine priority scores for nearly 200 biomarkers, and Visera Link scans your chosen product catalog to identify the most optimal wellness solutions based on biometric responses. So, in a nutshell, this is how it works. This is the technology that Visera Link uses. So next, let's address one of the questions that you might get. Privacy and security. Visera Link scanning uses transdermal optical imaging. It is not facial recognition technology, okay? No facial recognition technology is used. No images or videos of your face are saved or transmitted. The scan analyzes blood flow patterns in real time. So keep that in mind right there so people understand that this is not facial recognition. It is not taking pictures. It is not recording videos. It's a real-time scan that has to do with blood flow patterns of the face. And to go even deeper into the privacy and security side of things, here's how that side works. So first, hemoglobin measurements are collected from 26 key points on the face. 2, the data is securely transmitted through encrypted servers for analysis. 3, a machine learning algorithm processes the data, ensuring it remains anonymous and cannot be linked to personal information. 4, the results are securely returned, integrating blood flow analysis with the Visera scanning algorithm for tailored insights. And 5, no personal or identifiable images are transmitted or stored during the entire process. So with this in mind, you see the technology, you see it's very accurate. So how do I explain what it is and what it's not? As you remember at the start of the webinar, I clarified that Link does not diagnose or do anything along those lines. So let's go ahead and re-emphasize that right now. A Link scan is not diagnostic. A Link scan does not diagnose diseases or medical conditions. A Link scan is not looking for what's wrong. So that type of language does not fit what Link is doing. So when you run a scan on somebody, it's not looking for diseases. It's not going to say you have this disease or that disease. And not only that, it's not looking for what's wrong. So when you scan somebody, you don't want to say, let's go ahead and scan you to see what's wrong or anything along those lines, because that is not what it's doing. So let's just go ahead and make that perfectly clear right now. So what does it do? Well, simple. A Link scan has to do with our everyday wellness journey. So think about your car. Let's use this concept right here. Sometimes your car is going to let you know that it's low on gasoline. Sometimes it's going to let you know that it's time to change the oil. Sometimes it's going to say that the tire pressure is a little low and the tire needs a little more air. Well, guess what? None of these indicators are saying that your car is broken. It's just helping identify areas of priority so that way you know where to focus. But it's not saying that your car is broken or anything along those lines. So before the scan, before you scan somebody, here are a couple things you want to make sure that your clients understand. First, explain to them that the scan is not diagnostic. Explain to them that the scan is not looking for what's wrong with them. Also, explain to them that the scan has to do with our everyday wellness journey. The same way we take care of our car by changing the oil and other maintenance, a link scan helps identify biomarkers that we can prioritize. And after identifying biomarkers that can be prioritized, the scan will recommend products that support those biomarkers. And we will also set goals on ways to better support those biomarkers through daily habits and lifestyle. And these different biomarkers are affected by things such as diet and nutrition, emotions, environment, stress, relationships, employment, sleep, fitness level, and many other factors. So although all of us share the same basic fundamental needs as human beings, the fact of the matter is that all of these factors are different for all of us because all of us are not a bunch of robots that are literally living life the exact same way, feeling the same emotions, eating the same things, having the same environment around us, having the exact same level of stress, sleeping the exact same amount. So it's those different factors that make it where a one-size-fits-all approach is probably not the best idea, and it's better to look at people as separate individuals that, yes, we all have the same basic fundamental needs, but we're living different lives. So when you run the scan, it helps you identify biomarkers of priority where the person can focus on. And again, it's not diagnostic. It's not saying there's something wrong with you. The Visera Link scan helps us take control of our wellness journey. It helps us become an active participant because when you run a link scan and you see the data that comes back, you're able to set goals with the person. It will recommend products that will support those biomarkers. So you're able to help people with their everyday journey. And that's what this is all about. So we're going to go through the checklist one more time. These are the things that your client needs to understand before you run the scan. So that way they understand that when they look at the report, it's not diagnosing any diseases or illnesses, and it's not saying that there's something wrong with them. They'll understand what's going on. So here's the checklist one more time. Before the scan, explain to them that the scan is not diagnostic. Explain to them that the scan is not looking for what's wrong with them. Explain to them that the scan has to do with our everyday wellness journey. The same way we take care of our car by changing the oil and other maintenance, a link scan helps identify biomarkers that we can prioritize. And after identifying biomarkers that can be prioritized, the scan will recommend products that support those biomarkers. And we will also set goals on ways to better support those biomarkers through daily habits and lifestyle. Those are key things you need to know as far as understanding link and how to explain it to people that you want to scan. So that way you're presenting it correctly and accurately. And if you do have any questions for us, please reach out to us because see, that's one of the biggest things we want to make sure that everybody understands. You're going to watch all of these webinars. You're going to have a lot of knowledge and a lot of information. But if there's still a question or two that you're not sure about, please reach out to us. Do not sit on that question. There's the phone number. First off, this is if you already have link, there's how to contact us for billing questions, tech support, and general support. But if you have sales questions, meaning you want to refer somebody, for example, or training questions, you have link, you watch the webinars, and you still have a question or two that are still not clear, or a question comes up later on, reach out to us. There's the phone number, there's the email address, and we will be more than happy to help. And here's our social media handles. So if you're not currently following us, follow us because we will be posting things such as contests and drawings and just some fun information here and there. So make sure to follow us. And thanks for watching. Now go watch the next webinar because it's going to give you additional information that was not covered here. Thanks again.